right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
This is DJ Mr. West with Hot 702.5 FM. Las Vegas entrepreneurs, it's time to reset, recharge, and realign. Be part of the Entrepreneur Reset, a one-day experience on Sunday, November 16th in Las Vegas. This full-day, hands-on event will help you reflect, refocus, and realign your business and mindset for the year ahead. Space is limited. Visit entrepreneurreset.net and use code HOT7025FM for 20% off tickets. See you there.
Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Shed so many tears over the years. Lost so many friends that's not here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now it's up now. Now it's up now. It's up now from here. Oh, up now. Now it's up now. Now it's up now from here. It's up now. Now it's up now. Now it's up now from here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now it's up now. Now it's up now. It's up now from here.
Hey, your man, not your boy, BONAFIED100, plug to the city. Welcome to Vegas Up Now. If it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe now. Help us get to 400. We are live here at Hot 702.5 FM on many platforms, so give us some feedback. Tap in, show some love, sub up, all of that, man. I'm blessed to be here today, man. We gonna get right to it. The city is hurting. The city is hurting right now. As we speak, from 11 to 1, we're celebrating Gerald Williams right out of Chaparral High School. Played for the Steelers. I'm getting a little choked up just saying his name, I promise. And then the young homie Giannis as well. Man, a lot of people know him. There's two very loved men from the community, from the city. So goes right with our theme, our second round from last week, men's mental health. That's what we're going to chop it up today about. Some surprises, because we adjust as we go. We take it on as it comes, y'all. Life throws curveballs. We might not hit it out the park, but we gonna get on base. So I am blessed to say that I'm gonna have a guest by the name of Jimmy Bingham, a friend, a business partner, a mentor, very established in the community and the city and in business. And when it comes to just mental health, and caring and concerned and taking action on how we feel and how we can be bigger and better, this is a man I love, respect, and trust. So as things shifted, I invited him last minute to jump on. He's probably going to be on between 12:15. This show is recorded, y'all. So, you can always watch it and watch it again and again and again. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So again, shout out Great Employees Matter, Jim, as I call it, Jimmy. That's their platform that they have, as well as Podcasters Excellence Academy, him and Kobe D. You guys hear me talk about him. So I'm going to get right into a couple of things, man. First and foremost, I have to say this, man, look, and this ain't cocky or nothing, but it ain't no smut on my name, y'all. My word is good. My word is solid. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And I genuinely care about us winning. I say that to say we didn't start this to just be doing something. This is a radio show, a live radio show on many platforms, but we're blessed to be shot live on YouTube as well. So, and have celebrity guests drop hot topics, give you gems. This show is about substance, not just indie, local music, global music. It's about making an impact positively, productively with all my friends, family, and our entities and relationships. So, today, again, as I said, we're going to be talking about men's mental health. And I'm going to label it. Guess what today's show is called, y'all? As I put my shades on. Hold on. Watch this. It's going to be called Let's Heal. Stop melting down. Straight up, y'all. And don't try to steal that, man. Shout out to the homie TJ Wright. We was connecting this morning, and that's what it's about, man. You guys, we got to heal. We have some real stuff that we dealing with as men, not taking anything away from our queens and the women. But this show today is about us. It's the second installment. We talked about it a little bit last week, vulnerability, openness. But again, we following up on men's mental health. And today we want to talk about solutions, man. You know what I mean? About doing something different or opportunities to, elevate your life. But we got to heal. A lot of us are going through stuff and we're not honest about it. So this platform here, y'all, is created, and we're here today for sure to create a space that's open, that where we can be honest as men, as black men, about what we're up against, what we're going through, how we're attacking it, what's next. And, what keeps us from being honest about what we're up against? Why don't we tell people how we really feel? So, again, we're going to be welcoming Mr. J. Bingham. Look, let me go on my live to y'all. This is Hot 702.5 FM. You see it on the station across the screen. There's a number you can dial in, 702. Yes, 551-5261. And we do have Jimmy on the line, Mr. Jimmy Bingham, Great Employees Matter, Podcast Excellence Academy. What's up, Jimmy B?
Hello, Bonafide. How you doing today?
I am great. So you got the link. Oh, look at that. Hey, turn your twin around just a little bit, the bobblehead, so we can see him a little bit. He's turned to the side. Yeah. Turn him yeah. We want him up there. Nah, keep him up there, Jimmy. That's your twin. Hey, thank you for joining me last minute. You are absolutely the one I should have up here beside me, especially on an occasion like this. Again, Jimmy, today we're talking about men's mental health. I told a little bit of the audience who you are to me. If you want to introduce yourself and take the floor, and I got a couple of topics I'm gonna throw your way, just based off of our conversation this past weekend as well. This past week. Solutions. But go ahead and let them know who you are and what you're up to and what you're about, Jimmy.
Well, my name is Jimmy Bingham, and Bonafide, I am so honored that you've asked me to come and speak on a topic that I'm not an expert about, but is near and dear to my heart. At this stage in life, at 69, 70-ish years of age, we've lost a lot of friends, colleagues, family members, and my mental health challenges with others goes back basically to high school. And so again, I appreciate the opportunity to speak. If there are things that I can say that are going to be helpful for the conversation, I will do the best that I can. And I can talk about mental health, or you can ask me about mental health. What's your preference?
Look at that. Look at that. So watch this, Jimmy. And I just gotta, first of all, man, I want to shout out Undrafted All Stars. We were supposed to they were going to be my co-hosts. I got a message last night that they weren't going to be available. So I hit Jimmy up because of the conversations we have that are of so much substance. You, I, and Kobe. I see him in the thread. Shout out Kobe D. But what I was going to do, I had some words on paper, and I was going to have them in the center of the table and have the gentleman, all of us, just pick one and open them up. Now I have them. I'm going to throw them your way, and we can just go into that and tell me your experience, your feeling. But again, today's show is about bringing awareness to what's going on with men's mental health, because we all haven't been as honest as we need to be. You know what I'm saying? We say, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good, when we know we're not good. So the first one I'm going to throw at you is forgiveness. It could be self, or you can speak in forgiving others, Jimmy. What comes up for you when I throw that out I throw that out to you when you think about the relationships that you have with men, particularly, or yourself?
Well, we could probably spend an hour just on this. On the forgiveness side of the fence, I think it's important to talk a little bit about what mental health, what men's mental health in particular, is all about. Right? It refers to the emotional, psychological, and social health challenges that we as men experience, and it affects how we think, how we feel, how we relate to others, how we cope with life stresses, and we as men have stresses that are different than women's stresses. Women's stresses, it's not to say that ours are worse or less. It's just that they're different. And women's stresses tend to be focused on family and the raising of family and the nurturing of the loved ones in their lives. Men's stresses tend to come from job-related situations, expectations of people in their lives, expectations from their parents to them, expectations of their friends, expectations of society. And sometimes when we don't meet the expectations that we think others expect of us, then it gets to us mentally, and it creates mental health issues. And I would say that with the topic of forgiveness, one of the things that we as men need to do is learn how to forgive those that place these expectations on us without realizing the impact that they may have, without realizing what our ability is to accept or not accept those challenges, and to forgive them for not understanding how we feel when we go through something like that. I would go back to that. I said that my challenges with mental health go back to high school. I was in high school when we were being drafted to go to Vietnam, and I lost 13 people from my what would have been my graduating high school class. 13 young men that went off to war. And it was challenging, and it created mental health issues for all of us at our school. I went to school at Las Vegas High School here.
Wow.
In our fine city. And I'm sorry, not all 13 were from my 1974 class, because that was the last year of the draft, but they were from our school that had gone into the service and served and didn't come back. So we as a school had to learn to forgive basically the government, right? Those were some.
Come on, man. You can, hey, this is risky radio. You can be honest about it, Jimmy. Go ahead, for real, straight up.
To see our friends, our family get drafted and worry about them not coming back initially, and then having them not coming back after the fact was devastating. And for many, it took years to get beyond that. And the Vietnam War was very traumatic for all of us throughout this country. I don't know that my classmates suffered any more than any other classmates did, or any other schools did. But we certainly suffered, and it was just a very trying time. But we did learn to forgive and to move on. And I think that aspect has to go through all phases of our life. When we get into a situation, sometimes mental health comes at us mostly in unpredictable ways. Something happens traumatically. We lose a job, we lose a loved one, we lose something, and we don't know how to cope with it. And sometimes people resort to drugs or alcohol or other types of addictions. And when we get into that situation, you have to learn to forgive. For me, the easiest way to learn to forgive is to seek Christ. That's how I deal with it. And to know that the good book teaches us, ways to forgive, and invites us to forgive and to be forgiven. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. So us just knowing that someone cares for us that much enables us and puts us in the psychological position to be able to forgive those situations or those individuals that negatively impact us.
Look at that. Jimmy, now you kind of open a big can of worms too, because a lot of us don't want to admit, when we're wrong. And, or the flip side, we want to be right about said situation or happenstance, whatever that looks like. So when you were speaking into forgiving others, it just actually had me reflecting on a situation that 95% of the times when I'm in a disagreement or with anyone, it doesn't matter, and especially my brothers, my men, is that I can find my responsibility in the situation. I used to struggle a lot with people not identifying their responsibility in it, or even in the forgiveness, we apologize to each other, but it's not real. It's inauthentic, it's surface. It's just apologizing just because that's the thing to do, but we don't really, our actions and our deeds don't show that we really apologize or we really forgive. You know what I mean? So never claiming to be perfect. I love learning. I just know that myself, as I was listening to you speak as well, I have to take it back to myself first too. I still do. I have to learn how to forgive myself for certain things. I make myself wrong, and like for me, my hurt and my healing today's show, y'all, it's called Let's Heal with Jimmy Bingham. And we're talking about forgiveness for the first part is forgiving myself. You know what I mean?
I think that is so important, Bonafide. If you can't learn to forgive yourself, you can't learn to forgive others. And I think for men, it is, again, it's a different situation because we are indoctrinated to have roles and responsibilities sometimes that we can't live up to. And when that happens, we end up bearing the guilt and feeling guilty for that which we can or cannot do, did or did not do. And to overcome that guilt, you have to forgive yourself and say, in spite of what's happened in your lifetime, to be able to say that for the most part, I firmly believe that the vast majority of individuals on this green earth, as we go through life, do what they do at the time that they do it because they think that in that situation, it's the best thing for them to do. That doesn't mean it's the right thing for them to do.
Right.
But in that situation, people tend to do what they think is the best to do in that situation. Yeah, we go a little crazy when we're young and our a wrong. I'm sorry, I was going to say something, but when when we deal with life differently than as we mature, so we make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes lead to bad things happening. They lead to bad things happening to others, to family members, to friends, and you cannot live in the past. The past you cannot change. The future you cannot predict. The only thing you can really do is live in the present. And so if something happens and you start having some mental health issues because of circumstances, then one of the things you do need to do is look inward and self-reflect, and to forgive yourself for those things which may have contributed to a situation, but nothing is irreversible, right? Nothing cannot be solved if you take the time and listen and forgive yourself so that you can forgive others so that you can grow so that you can overcome depression, so that you can overcome all those things, anxiety, everything that creates mental health issues in us.
Look at you. See, and that's why spiritually I was led. Even last week, Jimmy, I wanted to have you on. I want people to know that if you're just tuning in, tapping in, this is Jimmy Bingham of Great Employees Matter. And so many other businesses as well, but never claimed to be a specialist, psychiatrist, therapist, or anything. But one thing he definitely stands for is healing, and that's what today's show is about us healing, being honest with each other as men, talking about some of the issues and things that we're up against. And we're all about solutions, resolutions, guys. And so I thought, in my experience with him, he'd be perfect to fill in, to jump in and give us some open dialogue, experience, and all of it. So again, if you're just tuning in, if you're not a follower, subscribe now. You can follow Jimmy Bingham. He's going to leave his information in the chat. But never claim to be any expert, man. This is heart to heart. Real men opening up, being vulnerable and honest about solutions, guys. Not just the problems and the pain and hurt that we're up against, but like what's next, you know? So thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Hey, we ain't going nowhere. I got a couple good ones for you. Any questions, comments, or concerns you guys have, put it in the chat. Let us know, man. We love you. Oh, I'm live on Facebook. For those, I'm never on Facebook, guys. I'm on here to let you know. Go to YouTube, Vegas Up Now. You can find us through that, Hot 702.5 on so many platforms. You don't have to watch the show, guys. You can listen in on many ways, and we're always up there. So the number's on the screen. You can call in, not now. After Jimmy or any time in the future. We'd love to hear your feedback. You got a question or something right now. I just want to thank you guys. As you're paying attention on Facebook, IG, whatever, tune into our YouTube channels, guys. Hey, thank you, Jimmy. Definitely have to let them know what's going on. You never claim to be no expert, but you're a walking heart, Jimmy. And I love, as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, how you handle business, how you relationship, whether it's young people or older people. I see how it's that human effect that I love. You know, you meet them where they're at. You're down to earth. And today we're talking about men. So as I reflect on some of our relationship with some of the men that we've been around and experienced and had relationships with, Jimmy, next where I'm gonna go is honesty. And the reason I'm bringing honesty up, and I'll use myself as an example, me being honest about any and everything, where I'm at with a project, where I'm at in a relationship, being just honest with myself, being honest with other people. You know, I really, Jimmy, for myself, I stand on my word. If I say it, I mean it. And I mean what I say. So what comes up for you? And when we talk about honesty and some of the things you've experienced, because you and I have witnessed grown men being dishonest in plain sight. You know, some for likes, views, or attention, or what have you. But what's your thoughts on honesty, man, and men's mental health?
Um, well, yeah, a synonym for honesty is truthfulness. Honesty leads to the truth. The truth will save you. If you, it's very similar to forgiveness, that with honesty, the most important thing is to be honest with yourself. Because if you're
Uh-oh.
not honest with yourself, you will lie to others consistently.
Mm.
And you can get labeled very quickly. And once you're labeled as being dishonest or untruthful, that's how people will treat you. And guess
Mm.
what? If people treat you that way, then that will lead to potentially serious mental wellness and health issues, because
Yeah.
you now no longer even know how to treat others because of the fact that you don't come from a place within your heart that's honest. When it comes to dealing with others, if you cannot be honest, you can never get to the core of a problem, right? It's everything is superficial after that.
Thank you.
So you must learn how to be honest with yourself first. And I would practice with being honest with others. If you've spent a lifetime, and I know men that have done this primarily because of ego, right? They
Say it.
pretend to be
Thank
somebody
you.
other than what they are, and it gets them into trouble. It gets them in
Yeah.
trouble with women.
Yeah.
It gets them in trouble with their relationship with their God. It gets them in trouble with family and friends. So I can't emphasize enough that you have to be honest with yourself before you can be truly honest with others. And through being truly honest with others, it'll open up lines of communication, and all that pain that you're feeling inside you now for things you have done or have not done, have been accused of being doing, all of that can be better helped and resolved by being honest to the person that you're speaking with. And if you can live a life that is honest, you can endure all the pain that's thrown at you from every direction. And we all go through our lives always having to engage with painful situations. So if you know that that's the case, why not
Yes.
put yourself in a position where you can deal with it well? And lying about things is not dealing with anything well.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy.
And by the way, my condolences to your recent losses. I just,
In the city,
oh my
personally,
God.
definitely, absolutely, relationships with them both. Gerald Williams, former Steeler, and Chaparral Cowboy, local, and then our boy Giannis, man, the city is tore up about him because he just so loved, man, just really. And thank you, Jimmy. And because again, this ain't about me, this is about us, y'all. And I'm totally transparent. I'm open to feedback, you guys. Like in the chat, like I ain't never claimed to be perfect. Again, everything I'm about is about elevating us. It's about win-win. I did as an OG, for real. I had to get an awakening as Jimmy speaking about honesty. We spoke about forgiveness. These are two things that I face and deal with right now in real time. But I had to face, I would say last March again, man, over a year and a half ago, of where I'm at, what I'm up to, my relationships, everything that I had going on, so being honest with myself, praying for the best, but no, where am I really at? Come on. And so I'm a fan of prayer, counseling, therapy. I'm a fan of these things, whatever it works. Every one of us has at least one, I pray, a 3 o'clock friend, I'm a 3 a.m. friend that we can call at 3 a.m. I'm that 25/8 friend. It ain't just 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Just like men's mental health today, last week, Jimmy, they say it's in June. That reminds me of Black History Month in February. No, men's mental health, this is every day. We celebrating and honoring and acknowledging what we up to and up against every day, y'all. So again, thank you, Jimmy Bingham, for being here and for your insight, for your experience, for your knowledge, wisdom, for your love. I've seen you and witnessed the care that you have for human beings, for business people, firsthand. So again, an honor and a privilege to have you here representing Great Employees Matter, Podcast Excellence Academy, as well as, hey, we're going to shout out our folks, Creation for Cause, Anise and Mike. I guess I'll highlight Mike this time because he's the man, and this is men's mental health. You know, we never know what we're all up against, you know. So shout out to everybody tuning in, tapping in. The comments on Facebook, we need you to go to YouTube, Hot 702.5 FM, Vegas Up Now, all platforms, y'all. All right, Jimmy, what you want to take it from here? You know, I done gave my shout outs. I done got you on forgiveness and on honesty. We told them we're about resolutions and solutions, not just talking about the problem. Where you want to take it from here? Because I have a couple of more I can throw at you, but what's coming up for you right now, Jimmy? Where your heart at right now?
I think that it is important for men specifically to feel comfortable to reach out for help. You know, that's not something that comes by most of us naturally. We don't even reach out for directions, right? You know, and it's important to know that when you're in a time of turbulence, that you can and you should reach out, and you can reach out. It can be as simple as reaching out to a friend or a family member and just saying, you know, look, Bonafide, I've had some challenges and I just need an ear, and I just need to have somebody to talk to. Thank you for listening to me. Let me take 10 minutes and tell you what's happening in my day. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just need to vent, but you need to have an ear to vent too. So reach out to them. But you also be open to reaching out for professional help. And
come on.
Yeah, for men, it's difficult again for men to do, just because we don't normally do that. We're looked up to from the time that we're born. You know, your mom, your dad tell you that you're going to grow up to be a man. You're going to grow up to be a leader. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You can do anything. You can accomplish anything you want. All of which is true, but doesn't always happen. And when it doesn't happen, sometimes we get frustrated and we need an outlet. And so there are professional outlets. You know, here in town, there's some very good groups. I mean, for those that are have had some struggles with addiction, you know, the Shine a Light Foundation, Rob Banghart's group is just phenomenal in helping the homeless get off the streets and giving some guidance. NAMI Southern California gives some great free mental health support, because sometimes, again, you just need to talk. You can go to behavioral health consultants. There's many of them across the valley.
Come on.
Lifestyle Health is a good one over on West Sunset. They provide good mental health care. They have a team of providers, and they'll reach out to you. We're all eligible to go to the Las Vegas Counseling Center over in Southeastern, and they do all types of therapy. They do couples therapy. They do group therapy. They can handle just about any topic that you want to deal with. So don't be shy about going out and seeking the help. And sometimes you're embarrassed to talk to a family member or a friend. So it's more important then to go out and reach out to these other resources. I wish I had a pamphlet of resources I can just send to you and have you share with the entire audience. But
Jimmy, you drop gems.
I try to. I try to. And then from the spiritual side of the fence, I would refer to Psalms 34, right? When the righteous cry for help, The Lord hears and delivers them all out of their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So the ultimate resource to seek that type of help is God.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's my counsel for the moment.
Look at that. Only from yours truly, Jimmy B. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you. You know, and when you speak, what I love is transparent. You don't come from a place of judgment. You don't come from a place of better than or I know all. And I really love I said we were going to come up with resolutions and solutions. You gave a tremendous amount of support groups out there, systems for us, fellas. This is for us men. So you guys tuning in, I got them on here on the Facebook, y'all. I don't usually be on here because we want to tap you into our YouTube channel where you can see all of Jimmy, all of me, Miss E. Carice in the background. Always welcome. This is Men's Mental Health. We appreciate the women's feedback. This ain't a men's only club, but it's something that we need to touch on and talk about, especially with waking up, knowing that we're celebrating somebody we love and lost, and then we lost another youngin', you know what I mean? And then we wake up to the rain. I walked outside and like, wow, look at this. I'm going to just say this. It was beautiful to me because triggers, I found out I have triggers. Death is my thorn in my side. No longer going to say my weakness. It's the thorn for me no matter what, selfishly or whatever, dealing with them, not being able to physically talk or speak. You know, I got my angels. I got them on my show. They're still with me, and we get to celebrate the great times and all the great cliches we talk about. But when we think about men's mental health and this show, Vegas Up Now, live on YouTube, y'all. Here with Jimmy Bingham. Man, look, death it's one of them things that we don't know the expiration date. You know what I mean? And I've been sharing lately, man, we got to love each other up while we can, because the blessing of waking up and getting older, the curse a little bit is that, we see more and more people leaving, and it's painful. And I don't want to say I'm numb, Jimmy, but like, I don't pick and choose, but it's hard for me to attend funerals because it relates me to my own losses as early as this year, my little brother. You know what I mean? And I promise never want to make things about me. I heard from my mom. I heard for my niece and my great niece that he never got to meet. So when we talk about men's mental health, we talk about forgiveness, we talk about honesty. You gave some solutions, some resolutions to some of the challenges that we're up against. I'm throwing death out there because as a black man, Jimmy, I can tell you that a lot of us struggle with that. Losing close ones, losing a lot of people. You know what I mean? And so that's, again, why we have this show here today and why we're on men's mental health. And because we want to have a platform and an outlet for people to be open, to be transparent, to be vulnerable, to be honest, to forgive ourselves, forgive others, to move forward and elevate, y'all, straight up. So, Jimmy, that's what's coming up for me. Again, the gloomy day for some, and then I think about the deaths that we're dealing with and challenges of life and waking up every day, but I promise you, I feel blessed. But I can be honest enough to say these topics that we talked about and some of the things you covered, I deal with it myself. I promise I do. I face it head on, and I'm no bigger, no better than anybody in that audience. Anybody in my family, any friends, any strangers, anybody out there. We all have our challenges, our strengths, our weaknesses, but I really decided to use this platform to bring some substance to our culture, our entertainment world, our businesses, and our livelihoods, y'all. So, Jimmy Bingham, that's why you're here today, and I'm very grateful for having you.
Well, I'm grateful for you having had me. I'm so honored to speak to a couple of the issues that you raised when it comes to the rain. I'm up here on the east side of town, and I can see the rain, although I don't see very well. But I can see the rain coming this way. It actually has just started to sprinkle up here, and I understand it's been raining in the valley most of the night. But for the rain for me is a cleansing, and I like seeing our valley cleaned out. From here, unfortunately, we see the perspective of the smog that sits on the city. This rain's going to wash that out, and tomorrow is going to be a new day. And the rain brings life, right? The rain. We talk about the death. Today's topic is death and the losses that we've suffered, but after death comes life, right? And I don't want to dive too deep into that because I've probably been over spiritual to begin with. But with death does begin life. There is a new life, and for every death that I've experienced in my life, I've yes, it's difficult to deal with, but invariably there has been a positive message that has come out of it. And people are blessed to be here for the time that they are here, and unfortunately I don't think that we give enough credence to our need to be grateful and to appreciate that which we have, and to not succumb to the expectations that we spoke of earlier. We need to live our lives, and we have all suffered death, experienced death, and the loss of others. But with the rain that is here today, when the rain stops, there'll be new blooms. There'll be grass that grows the next day that we can walk on, and as we inherit the earth and feel all the love that's around us. Let's live in our love. Let's live in appreciation for everyone around us. Let's live with compassion. Let's live with understanding. Let's try and put ourselves in a place where no matter who you meet on the street, you don't know their story. And so do not pass judgment. It's so difficult to do, but we are not in a place where we can pass judgment on anybody because we haven't traveled their shoes. And if we haven't walked their shoes, we don't know what struggles they're going through. We don't know what mental health issues they're dealing with right now. So the best thing that we can do is be the best person we can be by giving grace, extending grace to those people, and understanding that they have difficult situations and that they need help getting out of them. If we can do that, what does it do for us? It helps us with our mental health. It helps us with having a better understanding of life and what goes on around us. It enables us to accept inclusion as a piece of life, that we should allow people to be whom they are, as long as they're not causing harm to others. And if they are, then let's work with them and help them fight those demons and get beyond them and live as happy and productive and peaceful a life as possible. I'm about 15 years older than you, Bonafide, and as we age, if we're wise, we gain wisdom, right, as we age. And from that wisdom, we learn what's important. And what's important is peace. And if we can get peace, if we can gain peace within ourselves, then that goes a long way towards battling the mental health issues that we all have to some degree. We all have mental health challenges to some degree. So if we get peace in our lives, then we're able to combat those and fight our own demons.
Look at that. Jimmy Bingham. My hero, one of them for sure. Gems. There's a reason. It makes sense. We drop gems up here. Those are the initials for your platform. Uh, Great employees matter. Now people get that now. Great employees matter. That's the name of the show and the podcast. Come on now. Jimmy Bingham, I can't thank you enough for your words of wisdom, your love and support of humanity, your example, who you are. Integrity, generosity, just again, agape love. Some of the things that we talked about today, very powerful. I caught you off guard. I'm usually a supporter of the show, but you showed up and showed out. So grateful for you and what you do and who you are for us and Vegas Up Now. I'm going to give you an opportunity to give your information out there, and I'm going to see if I can make something happen before we get out of here. And I have some announcements, some surprise announcements, so stay tuned in, Jimmy. Go ahead, tell them how they can reach you. And again, can't thank you enough for being here today.
I will do that. I put in the chat my email. So if anybody wants to reach out to me directly, they're certainly welcome to. And then our website is Great Employees Matter, greatemployeesmatter.com. I thank you for allowing me to be on your show today, Bonafide. I try and see your shows as often as I can. I'm always inspired by it. I love the message that you give. And so I thank you for that. I thank your audience for spending time on their Saturday afternoon, spending that hour with you, listening to what you do, listening to how you uphold the city. I think it's so crucial to the city of Las Vegas. You are a stalwart here. You've been here for your lifetime, right?
Look at that.
You belong to this city, and this city belongs to you. And for that, we will be forever grateful to you. So I appreciate that. And maybe I'll be back on the show again someday.
No, we're gonna have you and Jim Kobe up here right beside me, man. And listen in. Like I said, I have some announcements and it'll make sense for you. All right. Thanks again, Jimmy Bingham. Great Employees Matter. Words of wisdom. Thank you, brother. Nothing but love.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
We got you. He said, bye, y'all. Hey, so I don't have much time. I sent this music to the station. I probably don't have time. Y'all got to forgive me. And look, as I'm looking out for you guys out there in the city in different ways, I can't chase you down to show you love. And in the middle of the show, a live show, I can't take a call. I understand some of us are out there doing different things, but this is a live show shot every Saturday. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., which is now I'm going to take me into this great news, all right? Men's mental health. We talked about honesty, forgiveness. We talked about death. We talked about some resolution and solutions, gave some outlets. Man, let's get some celebrations going, man. How about that? And this ain't about bragging, y'all. It's about celebrating accomplishments. And so on my journey, as I'm learning from my homegirl, Miss E. Carice, and welcome to Tap In, there's an end of the road goal for different things that I'm involved with that I'm doing, but celebrating along the way. So I'm happy to announce that Vegas Up Now show, starting December 6th, we will be going to a 2-hour platform. It's official. Vegas Up Now on Hot 702.5 FM. 2 hours, y'all. Yes, you hear them clapping. Ow. So not what that means is more advertisement, more opportunities for you guys to advertise. There's more interviews, the flexibility when our celebrities fly in, so now we have 2 hours. That means when we pre-record a show, we have a 2-hour show, y'all. So a lot more opportunities. The station is going up. I will have December 6th a special guest host, and who knows, if she works out, she may be a part of the team. Her name is Daria Martinez. She has music out, R&B, local. She's doing her thing. She's a mother, kids with autism. And you talking about take feedback, take constructive criticism and run with it, and take direction or suggestions and run with it and invest in herself. That's what this young lady has done. She's little sis, and again, I'm giving her some love and an opportunity to be up here with us and spread some love, joy, gems, and hot topics, and being with us with our celebrity guests and stuff that we do. So thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. The number, all you guys in the chat, is so many. I thank you guys, man, for tapping in. We ain't gone just yet. Oh, got about 3 minutes. And so before I get out of here, 30 Fresh Official, 2 weeks in a row. We are getting connected. We are going to connect. We're going to get his music on here. And what I want to say about this brother right here, this young man, this artist, this entity, he's a beast when it comes to the music. I love his sound. The song I'm going to play next week, and I know he sent me some, I'm playing As I Cope. It was perfect for today. I love the meaning of the song, the title, what he's saying, his substance, and most important, he got his sound right first. And then his cadence, his lyrics, his flow, bars, bananas. So shout out 30 Fresh Official. We see you out there doing your thing, man. City, get behind each other, man. Come on, man. I want everybody that's tuning in. It don't have to be live right now, but when you watch this and you see this, soon as while you're on watching this, pick up the phone, call somebody, make an impact in their life. Check on them. Check to see how they doing. They may be a business partner. No business day. You know what I mean? This is a day. Hey, nope. I don't want to hear it. How you doing? How mom's doing? The dog okay? What about the goldfish? Tap in with each other, man. We really, some of us are going through stuff that we put the happy face on. Shout out my boy Sincere, big ups, luxury fitted hats. Wasn't able to make it in, but him and his health challenges, who would know? He has done more with surgeries he's gone through in his brand than I see healthy people, and this ain't judging or comparing. This is giving up his roses, and this is saying that, man, we got it in us to overcome, to succeed, to be successful, whatever that looks like for us. So December 6th, 2 hours, 12 to 2 p.m., Vegas Up Now. Another announcement, www.culturesnetworkconnections.com. Somebody put it in the chat. I see you out there. I am Joe Jack. Thank you for tuning in. My partner and an amazing artist. That's the new website. It's officially launched. I didn't do a soft launch, a rollout, nothing. It's out there. It's an outlet. We also have music on there. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Athena, for shouting us out. Jay Robinson, we see you in the chat. Great Employees Matter. Kobe Dumas, I am Joe Jack. So many of you guys. Nothing but love, y'all. That's what this is about. So Vegas Up Now, 2 hours. You want your music played? Follow, like, subscribe. Give us some comments. Send your info. The information is in there. You want to follow up with Jimmy and some of the things he got? GreatEmployeesMatter.com. So this is your man, not your boy, BONAFIED100, plug to the city, representing Vegas Up Now on Hot 702.5 FM. Cultures Network Connection, that's our sponsor of the day. Shout out again, Jimmy Bingham. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
shed so many tears over the years. Lost so many friends that's not here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? Now what's up now? What's up now from here? Up now, now what's up now? Now what's up now from here? What's up now? Now what's up now? Now what's up now from here? I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? Now what's up now? What's up now from here?